Hello everyone, it's Liam, the Deaf Doom Metalhead, and today is my 150th video here on YouTube. Didn't think I'd ever make more than 5, maybe 10 videos when I first started, so 150 is a pretty cool number, and I thought I'd do something really miserable and I'd talk about black metal on vinyl, because mentally I haven't really been all there recently, and my last video I actually recorded well over nearly 2 months ago, and I kind of just got around to uploading it then. So to me this is an achievement doing this now. I've been well out of practice, so hopefully it's not so rusty. I've got my notes literally plastered on the monitor here, so we'll crack on. So thank you for everyone for checking out the channel over the last number of years. It's been a wild ride. So first off is a Ukrainian project that everyone raved about when it came out, and I looked at the cover and I was like, okay, it's different and unique. It must be a weird sounding band, and a lot of people said it was too soft, not extreme enough, you know, black metal should sound like this. It's kind of that divided opinion, and the band is, hopefully I pronounced this right, there's one chap, Këkht Aräkh or something like that, from Ukraine, formed in 2018, and this is his second full length, called The Pale Swordman. Now if you look at that cover, he's just sat on a couch holding a rose with a sword in his hand, and he's all black metaled up there. And it got my attention. Now, it's very, very minimalistic. There's nothing, you know, that tells you anything about what the record's going to sound like, but when you listen to the music, the cover kind of makes sense. So this is atmospheric black metal, but in a more romanticized theme. It sounds like it was like if you did a black metal band in the 1940s. It has that kind of sound. It's very old feeling. It's very calm and chilled. There is obviously some extreme like blasty moments, and it's got that black metal element to it, but the kind of atmosphere it creates is very chilled, very melancholic, and you know, it's designed to kind of, I don't know, it's quite a chilled out album to me. I really enjoyed it a lot. I can see why extreme black metal fans would think, nah, it's not for me, it's too soft. I get that. There is no inlay in there, but you know, it is different, and it's very unique to me. Like even the inlay, very, very minimalistic, and it came on this kind of like silver vinyl. So yeah, I mean, I've had it on cassette for a number of months now, and I've never actually spoke about it on the channel. So I picked up the vinyl a while ago. I mean, a lot of these I've had for absolutely ages, and this is one of them, and it's a fantastic album. I still listen to this now and again. I put it from the shelf for that kind of melancholic vibe. So yeah, if you haven't checked out The Pale Swordsman, you're not sure about the hype, give it a go and see what you think. I'll obviously leave the links below. You can tell me. Right. The next one is a band from Canada. This is, I mean, Canada's full of wicked black metal bands, and this is another one. This is Wormwitch. This is the band that formed in 2015. This is their third full length from 2021, entitled something. I'll put it down there. I mean, you try to read the fucking hieroglyphs on there. But either way, I mean, this is some very catchy, punky kind of black metal. It's got a lot of D beat in it. It's not what you'd expect black metal to sound like. It has more of a kind of punkish vibe to it, and they're really good. I really like these guys. I know my mate Dylan has showed this band off before, and it kind of inspired me to check them out again, because I had heard of them. It comes with a small, like just a really basic inlay, flimsy old piece of paper with lyrics on the back there, and I think this was a coloured vinyl by memory. Oh yes, the vinyl is like a smoky kind of grey brown. You can pick that up with a marble effect. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very catchy, very melodic. Band formed, yeah, in 2015. I think this is a 2-piece, but I could be dead wrong. I didn't actually write that down. And yeah, a really, really cool band. So if you've not checked out Wormwitch, I think it's actually a 4-piece, judging by that shadow there with all the blokes in the woods. So yeah, really, really cool band. I really like this album a lot, actually. This is one very, very easy to digest. So if you're on the fence with your black metal, give these boys a try, because they do some wicked melodies. I'll shove that over there. Now this one is another one with the cover completely captured my imagination. I like my history, and it's kind of, I don't know what it was, it intrigued me about it, because it doesn't really tell you anything about the music. This is a Danish black metal band that formed in 2019, and this is their debut full length for 2022. And this is Glemsel with Forfada, which was put out through Vendetta Records, who's done Afski and all that kind of thing. And this band are very much like Afski, and that's why I probably like them, because I love Afski. Now, that cover tells you nothing. And it carries on the back there. It's very harsh. Again, atmospheric, I use that word a lot, but it has that vibe to it. It comes with this book here with the lyrics in it. And some old timey photos. But again, it's not in English, so I haven't got a clue what it's about. I can just tell you it's very, very good. And last page is there. So yeah, not sure what the theme is behind it. I didn't actually research that part. But you've got 4 members in there. And yeah, these guys have recently played here in the UK, and I'm kind of gutted I didn't get to go to that festival. They played, I think, somewhere in Scarborough. And yeah, it's amazing bands on that bill. But this came on a clear vinyl. And yeah, it's just very good. It's very harsh, it's very angry, but also very atmospheric. Really, really lush melodies on it. You know, all the things you like in black metal are in this band, and they are a new band. So keep an eye on them because they are very, very good. So yeah, Glemsel with Forfada. Put that down there. Right, some German black metal now from a band that have been around a while and then disbanded and then got back together again to record this album. So this is Agathodaimon. We butchered that. And he's a German band formed in '95, but they disbanded in 2014 after a number of, I think, a couple of albums together. I think maybe 6 or so albums, and then they got back together in 2020 to release this in 2022, which is their 7th full length at the time, which is called The Seven, put out through Napalm Records. Now, artwork is very cool, and it comes in a gatefold with more artwork there, which we like. And it is very, very lush sounding, very well recorded black metal. Has a modern edge to it considering they're an old band. I think there's only one original member in it anyway, maybe the vocalist by memory. And if you're surprised what the vinyl colour is, it does match the cover. It is blue. Very nice. And I think that's 180 gram vinyl as well, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, this is very catchy. I've listened to this loads. Very, very memorable songs like The Wolf Within, Ghost of Greed, The Divine. You know, there's loads of quality songs on here. And it's just very well produced as well, so you can easily take it in. There's no roughness to it or nothing like that. It's got some wicked solos, really good vocals, drums sound massive. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Agathodaimon, I can never pronounce black metal bands. Go give them a go, because they really surprised me. This is one of those bands that just recommended to me, checked it out, loved it instantly. So yeah, really, really good album. Now this one I'm well happy to have, because I've been after this for fucking ages. And a friend of mine on Instagram was selling these for like €10, something ridiculous like that. So no idea what he needed to get rid of them for, but I surely took advantage of it. This is an actual first press of this album as well. And that is the Portuguese band Gaerea with their album Limbo. This came out in 2020, and this is a very, very popular album. As you know, for lots of people, it was a really, really strong release. There is the gatefold cover, and the artwork is amazing. Now, this band have put out a really, really good album last year as well, and they look like that. Look like that black metal kind of hoodie jacket vibe to them that most modern bands have now. But this is just superb. The vocalist, he pours all this energy into his vocals, and it's what makes this band really strong, because they are just an atmospheric, harsh black metal band, but his vocals and the melodies they use, it really homes in on those like really nasty feelings you get, and it creates the kind of despair and all that kind of thing in the music that you want to hear. It has this waxy feel as well, which I really like. It did have no inlay, but oh no, it does have an inlay, sorry, I've lied. It's on black wax for a first press, and there are lyrics I think on there, or something about it anyway. But yeah, really, really strong band. I mean, they've got 3 albums out by memory, so I only need 1 more. I really like these guys, they never disappoint. I'd love to see them live as well. So yeah, Gaerea, Limbo, fantastic album. Now, this one's a unique one in a way that the label that put it out doesn't normally do this kind of music anymore. And it's a shame, because they're a brilliant label. So this is what are they, Spanish? Yeah, Spanish black metal band that formed in 2013. This is their debut from 2016. And that is Sheidim with Shrines of the Void. And this was actually put out through Misako and OO Records, which is normally known for mostly death metal these days. You don't really see any black metal on their label anymore. And this is a Spanish band that kind of home in on that really well produced, well written black metal that is very melodic, catchy. I mean, it kind of crosses over into death metal a little bit, and I can see why they're on this label for maybe that reason. But it's just a really solid album. I don't think they've done anything since then. I believe it's just on black wax, so I won't show you that. But it does come with an inlay with a little book of the lyrics. There's a thank you on the back there with a picture of the lads. So yeah, really, really strong album. You can get this for quite cheap if you look around. It's not hard to find. Because normally Misako these days is just doing death metal. So I think this has been in a sale a few times. If you're a collector and you're after this, go and check their Discogs out. You'll find it for nothing. So yeah, really, really good album, Sheidim. Love this. Brilliant release. Now, these next three is all because of the internet that I picked these up and the people that talk about this band. I had to check it out, and I can see why the hype is very strong. Now, this is an American black metal band, one-man band. You'd be shocked to hear, from California, that formed in 2019. He's done a shitload of albums since then. Put out a new one this year already. I'm losing my voice. And that is the band Lamp of Murmuur. And I managed to somehow pick up 3 releases. Well, I've got 4, considering including a cassette up there. So on the show today is the Chasing the Path demo from 2019. This was reissued this year by Death Prayer Records here in the UK, and it was on a limited edition vinyl, which I believe was this kind of browny, winey red marble colour. Very nice. Now, if you don't know who Lamp of Murmuur is, he's like it's raw black metal, but it's got kind of like a gothic vibe to it in some of his music, and he uses a lot of kind of chorus effects, and that's kind of good with his weird guitar harmonies. Inlay for that was this, and he's very, very popular, and I can see why, because it's extremely easy to get into his music, and it was kind of surprised me how quickly I got into it, and then how quickly I ended up having these 3 releases in my collection without really trying, because I know a lot of these have been out of press for years, and I kind of timed it right where I've got into his music, and they suddenly just all started popping up for people to buy it. So this is the 2019 demo, very cool. And then I managed to snag a copy of the Burning Spears of Crimson Agony, which is a demo from 2020. This has 4 tracks, yeah, 4 tracks, and this was put out through a different label that I can't read, Black Gang Green, something like that. It's all in there, but again, really, really strong. And this was on red vinyl, or red wax, however you want to say it. Again, very harsh, very brutal. It's raw, nasty. It's got those weird effects on it. I really enjoyed that for a demo, considering it doesn't really sound like a demo, considering the style of music it is. So I managed to nab that, and then this one is the full length from 2021. This is the second full length. I have the debut on cassette. I will put that on vinyl eventually. But this is brilliant. I mean, this is called Submission and Slavery. Again, done by Black Gangrene by the looks of it. And now this is black metal, raw, but it has a lot of gothic influences on this. It almost sounds like Fields of Nephilim, if you know that band. There's some of the tracks in there kind of call upon those kind of styles, and I love it. It's got a very punkish vibe to it. It's the effects on it. Yeah, it's got everything you want. It's very different. Yeah, it doesn't sound nothing like this up what you can probably hear in the background. It's got its own unique tone to it, guitar style. And yeah, I mean, I could listen to this for hours. It's very, very good. I mean, I haven't listened to the new one yet. A lot of people compared it to Immortal, which kind of worries me a little bit. But people rave about it, and so far I've been proven wrong. You know, I don't normally go for hype, but when I checked it out, I was pleasantly surprised. It came on clear vinyl. This has been out for a while, and a few represses, and one I really, really liked. You know, this is brilliant. So yeah, if you haven't checked out old Lamp of Murmuur, and you live over my way, because I think most Americans have heard of him, but over here, this UK black metal scene is so varied these days. You can find a new band near enough every day. So wicked band, Lamp of Murmuur, really, really cool. And then going back to Spain, this is a 2023 release. It's a new album by one man project called Calderum, and this is Lord Chronic, how's it called? Fucking Lord Cramador, something like that, which I think he goes by. There he is on the back there, giving it the big in. This was put out through Death Prayer Records and is very raw, very catchy, really well written black metal. Again, the chap here is the drummer in the band Jade, as well as what's that fucking Troll Cave, which is like a doom death band on Gurgling Gore, and he's in Arab Altar as well, something like that. But yeah, really, really cool. I spoke about him last week in Troll Cave, thinking about it, or when that video came out the other week. So this is his other project, his black metal project. And again, just well written. I mean, I loved the first one. This is the second full length, yeah. Or was it the third? No, it's the third full length, I do apologise. There he is there on the inlay, looking all medieval and evil. I don't know what the fuck's going on there on that one. Just looks like a sword. But yeah, as you can gather, you know, if you like your raw black metal, you'll really like this guy. I mean, he just writes really catchy music. And it came on this lush purple vinyl. Very smart. So yeah, if you haven't checked him out, obviously leave a link below. You can tell me what you think. But I know a lot of people who like their kind of raw black metal will like this. And it's not so raw that you can't get into it. It's produced enough that it doesn't sound wank like some bands do. You know, I can easily get into this. This is very, very catchy. So yeah, what's it called? Calderum. I can never pronounce this band. And sticking with the 2023 Death Prayer record releases, this is another one. This is a UK band by a chap called Steve Blackwood, who is a legend on the black metal scene here in the UK. He runs his own label. He's in a ton of projects. He's a very accomplished musician. And this is his project Wynter Myst out of Durham, or Durham as they probably pronounce it up there, here in the UK. And this is his second full length for this project called Bitter Hymns. And again, this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Harsh, raspy, cold black metal, loads of wicked like melodies. It's angry in a good way, you know. It's bleak, and I like bleak music. So it does the trick for me, you know. Outdoorsy lyrics there. All about the coldness, the moon, all that kind of black metal-y stuff that we all love. And it comes on this snowy white vinyl, fitting with the theme of his music. And yeah, a brilliant release. One I've listened to a bunch of times. And I probably will for the rest of the year, to be fair, even when it's summer now. At the moment, it's well, it doesn't feel like it, it's fucking freezing, but it is brilliant, and it's probably because listening to this has happened. So if you haven't checked out Steve's music, do so. It's really, really good. And the last two are American black metal bands that are similar because the members are pretty much exactly the same. So this is the band Nightbringer. This is a band that formed in '99 in the US. This is their fifth full length from 2017. Entitled Terra Demana or something like that. Demata. Put out through Seasons of Mist in 2017, which seems not that long ago, but it is kind of now, isn't it? Full gatefold there with some sick artwork and lyrics. It's a double vinyl with, I think it was blue wax. Well, like that. Very nice. Now, if you're aware of this band, it features members who are now in the band Achilles, which are, you know, very popular at the moment. I'm a wicked band as well. I love their music. And this album, I've got an earlier Nightbringer album, and it has kind of a slower pace, whereas this one is certainly going towards what Achilles sound like now. And you can certainly tell they're exactly the same band. If not, you could put this as Achilles on the cover, and I'd assume that's the same band. It sounds pretty much identical to that project, even though they are different, and this one obviously came out before. But this is brilliant, really eerie, melodic, brutally heavy, fast black metal. It's got loads of emotion in it. It's aggressive. It's demonic sounding. It's got that kind of possession vibe to it, where you feel like his demons are in the music and the growlings and stuff like that in the background. And yeah, it just does what it says on the tin. Really, you look at that, and you look at that. It basically creates that atmosphere. You know, it's got that kind of weird eeriness to it. So, really happy I have that actually. But they also do this project, and it's exactly the same members, near enough, but a different band called Bestia Arcana. This is the second full length from the same year, 2017, out on Dark Descent. And again, this is a bit more doomier, more chasmic, eerie, slow, moody black metal, which is like kind of like evil, enchanted kind of vibe to it, as you probably gather by the artwork. And yeah, fantastic little album. I think it's only like 4 tracks, but it's quite long. And yeah, it's brilliant. I love the cover as well. Kind of Aztecian city there. I have to forget what colour vinyl this is on. I think it was black, but I could be dead wrong. I am dead wrong. Kind of a weird skin kind of colour to it. Like a pinky, fleshy kind of colour. And it came with this inlay here, with all the lyrics and some art there to take in. So yeah, I mean, I like my doomy, like if you like Ruins of Beveras, that kind of vibe. This project is very much in the vein of that. Obviously not as good, but still very much enjoyable to listen to. And the moods that I've been in recently, I've kind of honed in on this kind of music to kind of take myself away from reality. And it won't go in the fucking gatefold. It never does on camera. Why bother? So yeah, I'll do that later. Bestia Arcana with whatever that says. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, I know it seems a bit weird, but please consider subscribing and check out all the content around my head. Next video I'm going to do a, which I haven't done in a long time, is a VCLT video, which is in response to a thread started by Pieface from my friend Gordon. Now, it does feature some music that is a bit naughty, so I will warn people when I do the video. And if you're not very open-minded, you probably will struggle to watch it, but I could give a flying fuck. Music is music. If it's great, I'll listen to it. You know, politics aside and all that kind of jazz. You know, I don't normally get involved in anything like that. So, in the meantime, please take care, and I'll speak to you guys in the comment section. Cheers.